Welcome to the 4G Fast 5 devotional. I'll be brief, I'll be casual, but looking to increase the depth of our study. They are my only promises: brief, casual, some depth. Let's talk about discipleship essential number 6, giving. There's a biblical principle that tells us when one loves, one gives. Think about John 3:16. It starts out, "For God so loved that he gave." God does not command us to give to his work because he needs the money. This is almost laughable. I'll try not to crack up while I'm doing it. He not only owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, he owns the hills as well. It has been said for years that our schedules and our bank statements tell a story of how committed we are to Christ and to his work. The Old Testament taught God's people to tithe. In other words, give 10% of their income. That was the requirement of the law. The New Testament does not teach tithing, but it does teach sacrificial giving. 2 Corinthians 9:6, "Now this I say, he who sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and he who sows bountifully will also reap bountifully." 2 Corinthians 9:7 follows right up and says, "Each one must do just as he has purposed in his heart, not grudgingly or under compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver." An interesting test of our love for God goes like this. He wants us to give as much as we can while maintaining a cheerfulness in doing so. This is so wise. God doesn't need our money, and he doesn't want any more than we can give with gladness. He's not looking for somebody that is kind of stingy in giving to the Lord's work. He wants somebody that's eager to do it. Luke 6:38, "Give, and it will be given to you. They will pour into your lap a good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. For by your standard of measure, it will be measured to you in return." Do not view this as some kind of deal with God whereby you give in order to get. That's not cheerful giving, and it doesn't work that way. God is not in the quid pro quo business. He is in the blessing business. My advice to you, number 1, is start with a tithe. God will prove himself faithful. When you're starting out, you might think, boy, I can never give 10% of my income. Well, God tells us in his word to try him, test him. He'll prove himself faithful. My advice number 2, after a few years of tithing, then ask yourself if 10% is really a sacrifice. If it isn't, then adjust to your new reality and give more. If you like the Fast 5 devotional, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.